Hey guys, what's up? I haven't been making too many videos lately because I started playing Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag again. I'd started playing it around December when I downloaded it, but as some of you may or may not know, the PC version had some issues, and I finally got it running pretty stable. It has a couple hiccups here and there, but it doesn't have the horrible. I finally got rid of the horrible screen tearing, and I got the frame rate pretty much locked at 60 frames, I'd say 95% of the time. Um, as I said, there's some hiccups here and there, but for the most part, it's running a lot better than it was last year when I started playing it, and I started really getting into it. And the Assassin's Creed series, I kind of have like a funny history with. The first game, when it came out, there was a lot of hype for it. I picked it up for the 360 and I started playing it and I was like, wow, this is cool. And then after like the third mission, it was like, oh, I got 6 more of these assholes to kill and I got to do the exact same thing that I did for the last 3. And it was just, there was so much promise there, but it was just so repetitive, as I'm sure you all know if you played the first game. Then 2 was announced. And having some Italian heritage, I was very interested in the game taking place in Florence and uh, Venice, and Ezio seemed like an interesting character. So it came out, I picked it up, and I absolutely loved Assassin's Creed 2. To this day, out of all the games, it's still my favorite, with Ezio also being my favorite assassin out of the characters that have been established so far. Brotherhood wasn't bad, Revelation wasn't bad. I probably would have been a little bit harsher with those games if it was a different character that was the main um, assassin, but they weren't great like Assassin's Creed 2 was, but they weren't terrible. They were basically they served the narrative. They didn't really advance the gameplay too much, especially with that whole tower defense thing they stuck in Revelation. But the games weren't terrible, and it gave us more Ezio, which I was fine with. Then Assassin's Creed 3 came out, and there was this huge thing with it taking place during the American Revolution, and that I thought that was cool. You know, we were getting something a little bit different, and we were going somewhere else, and I was excited for that until the game came out. The setting is fantastic. I like the little bait and switch they pulled, where you start the game with Haytham Kenway, and then he betrays the Order, and then you take over as Connor. My gripe with Assassin's Creed 3 is I think Connor is a dull, boring character. The game wasn't bad, but I just couldn't get behind Connor as a character, and subsequently I put the game down and I never went back to it yet. But and that was on the PlayStation 3. I had that. So then once I built my PC, there was like this big Ubisoft sale, and you could get all the Assassin's Creed games for cheap. So I picked up 3 again, and I probably will give it a chance. I want to finish it, but 4 looked interesting because it was pirates, and everybody loves pirates. So I started playing it, and like I said, I had some performance issues, but I liked the game. There was promise there. It was just I couldn't get past the performance issues. And now that I have that ironed out, I've been playing the game, and I haven't done any videos on it because I was kind of, I think I was on like the 3rd sequence, so I didn't want to start over, start from scratch, and I didn't want to start making videos of a game I was like a third of the way into. But Black Flag, I'd say, is easily becoming my second favorite game out of the series. I like Edward. Uh, the other characters, and and that was another thing with Assassin's Creed 2. You had strong secondary characters for the. You had excuse me, Ezio's sister. Um, you had Rosa. La Volpe, uh, was it Bartolomeo? Then you had Machiavelli, Leonardo da Vinci. You know, you had these powerful secondary characters that they were interesting. They held weight. They carried the story along, and they were interesting. This game, you got William Kidd, who eventually, or James Kidd, William Kidd's illegitimate son is the cover story, who's actually Mary Read. You got Blackbeard, and it's you care about the characters, and Edward especially, like he's an interesting, compelling character too. I mean, he's not your stereotypical noble assassin right off the bat, which I like, and I'm gonna definitely finish this and see it through to the end, and hopefully it renews my interest enough in the Kenway family I can get into 3. I'm actually really seriously contemplating replaying 2. But for the time being, I'm having a lot of fun playing 3, or 4, I mean, 4, Black Flag. But, and another issue with the series that's come up is the yearly releases, which that is tiring. I don't want to say it's saturated, but I know personally, like, I'll probably buy the Assassin's Creed games every year that they come out. But it does get overwhelming, I guess, because they are such big games. By the time I'm done, like when I play a big game like that, usually I want to move on to a smaller game, a couple smaller games here and there. But they keep churning out these sequels every year, and I think they need to take a step back and look at what they're doing before they fall into the same pitfalls that Activision has with Call of Duty. And because, I mean, for the most part, I used guns a couple times there in this video. But I mean, for the most part, since Assassin's Creed 2, it's basically been, and I don't care what changes they make to the combat system, everybody defaults to, you sit there, you wait, you counter, you stab them in the neck with your hidden blades. And they need to really, I think, do some tweaking. The free running's still a little wonky. It's not bad if you've played enough Assassin's Creed games that you can anticipate when the engine's going to do something stupid. It's almost like a fighting game, too, as far as the controls go. They're not overtly complex, but I mean, if you have that fighting game mentality about you, you can pretty much make it through a whole Assassin's Creed game without dying, unless you do something completely stupid. But and the stealth mechanics are, it's not so much about stealth, it's just tricking the AI, really. I mean, there needs to be some revamping, and hopefully, I think Unity is just for the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. So hopefully, with the extra power that the new consoles bring, they'll revamp some of these systems, make them a little bit more smoother, because the foundation is there that they can make these games that much better and really fine-tune the experience. And they haven't yet. Some people might argue that they have, but I still think that there's some issues. I mean, because pretty much in Assassin's Creed 4, you still have some of the same engine issues and that you did in the first game. The free running is basically exactly the same. Once you learn, like I said, once you get the free running down and you anticipate when the game's going to be retarded, you're not going to fail at the free running. But I mean, they still, Edward still reaches out and grabs something or hops up something that you didn't necessarily intend for him to hop up onto or grab, that Altair did in the first game. I mean, it was the same thing. So hopefully, like I said, they can further tweak the system and fine-tune it and get it to where they need it to get it, and keep the series. If they're going to put out yearly releases, they got to keep it fresh, and just changing the setting and isn't going to do it, and adding in pointless mini games. At first, I didn't like the naval things in Black Flag, but after I did a few of them, it kind of grew on me. But it's a lot clunkier I think the naval controls are very clunky, which I understand. You're in a big ass ship, and it's not like you're going to be doing pinpoint accuracy as far as what you're doing, but still, it feels very clunky to me, and you can get overwhelmed quite quickly if you have a wanted level about you. So I mean, this whole GTA on the seas thing could have used a bit more polish, but I look forward to Unity. I'll probably get it when I get it. Obviously, if I'm still doing the YouTube thing, I'll probably be doing some videos on it. I don't know. Assassin's Creed games are notoriously big, so it's hard. I don't want to do like 500 videos on one game, but like if I replay 2, I'll probably do videos, but I'll probably do only videos on like the main story stuff, cut out all the fucking around and shit like what you see here, chasing this damn courier and things of that nature. But we'll see where it goes. But I got a couple ideas for Borderlands. I'll probably do make a couple more videos on that. Maybe trying to obviously I'll finish my Mass Effect stuff here and there, but you know, like I said, I kind of play things as I feel like it. So, and right now I'm having a lot of fun playing this, so you'll probably see a good amount of music and not so much game related stuff coming out for a while. There will be some gameplay videos here and there, but you know, nothing like it was. But anyways, guys, I want to thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, bye, guys.